Good morning, so we're in the Kruger National Park again. After a very quick check-in at Balule this morning, it was like seamless, just in and out in probably less than 2 minutes. Anyway, here we are, we've had a quick breakfast at Afsal. And where are we heading to, Tracy?
Balule.
Yeah, so we've got a bit of a road ahead of us. We've got to check in at Satara, and then we are, but 4 nights booked at Balule, so that's going to be great. And yeah, we've set ourselves the goal of beating the gate 2 mornings in a row, so let's see if we manage that. But also we just here to chill. It's been a very quiet morning actually. We've at Afsal, and we have seen what, Tracy? 2 giraffe, 2 elephant, and about 3 herds of impala.
Yeah, it's very quiet out.
Yeah, we got to Afsal. It was very quiet here. Not much happening. Everything was closed.
7:15.
Yeah, and we did see a few birds. We saw woodpecker, Christabel bat. Oh, we saw some guinea fowl along the way as well. They were also there. And yeah,
That's it.
right, stick with us and let's see how this trip to Satara goes. We are just driving past Kruger now. We're not going to be stopping here. It's just got 8 o'clock, and yeah, the next planned stop is Shokwane in about an hour's time, so let's see how it goes. 2 hours to get to Kruger from Balule gate. Right, just past 9 and we're at Shokwane. 3 hours. Once again, not a lot to see except a lot of sand on the road, which was quite confusing. Not sure if somebody dropped it there or if it was washed there or if it blew there, but if anybody's got any ideas, leave it in the comments, because it was quite confusing for us. We had lots of theories, but yeah, none of them were serious. Anyway, we just had pie, and we had some cold drinks, and now we're going to hit the road and check in at Satara. That's about an hour away, I guess, and then it's off to Balule.
After a quick check-in at Satara and filling up with fuel, we headed on to Balule, where we were once again greeted by our host Vivian, who has really had an impact on the state of Balule since her tenure there.
So we all set up at Balule. We got ice creams thanks to Stefan, a very nice guy who just popped around and offered us 2 ice creams. And when it's feeling like 36, who's going to say no to an ice cream? So thanks, Stefan. We have ice cream in the freezer, but that we'll have some other time with some amarula and maybe try Don Pedro. But for now, we're just going to sit and chill and have a G&T. They're all poured. And that's it. Right, so if you've been observant, you'll notice that we don't have the rooftop tent with us this time. Although we've got a solar panel that I was able to just jimmy rig on there. You'll see it's temporarily with the wood, just to prototype and make sure it's working okay. But don't worry, the rooftop will be back. We've made a bit of changes to this drawer system as well, where we've added some sliding drawers in. Just on the actual slide. These came from an old office drawer, and we actually have our knives and forks in there. Normally this isn't in there, and so we've also changed to some of these clear see-through plastics, just because then we can actually see what's in them instead of us having to always go through the black ammo boxes trying to see what we want. So if you guys are going to buy ammo boxes, just a tip again, rather buy the colored ones so that you know what's in each one. Buy different colors and stuff like that. Even although we mark ours with kitchen 1 and kitchen 2, you never know in which one they go. This time around we also have a new gazebo. So this is something we bought recently. And this is our first time with it up on camp. It works pretty well. This is a tent senior gazebo, and we actually have the Campmore Outlander tent. But what we've done here is we've actually put the skull cap over onto the gazebo, and it's almost like it's married quite nicely. There's a bit of a gap, obviously, but that works nice for giving us a little bit of air throughput in the tent itself. Please excuse it, I can't tell you what it's going to look like inside. We bought this for the size, which has worked quite well. It's an extra height, plus it's got this plus it has that egg section over here, an extra flap. It works kind of well, but then you have the one thing is even with a gap here, you have to kind of like bend over with the arch. It's a 2.4 meter high tent. If we were to separate the stretchers and put them either side, it might work better, but yeah, that's not the way we roll. Yeah. Our grey ground sheet, which we've had since the same day as the tent, that's here. Normally if we use the tent we put it underneath there, but if you look carefully you'll see that the tarpaulin, the grey one at the bottom there that we used to use for an awning, has actually now been used as the ground sheet, just to give us some extra cover or extra protection to protect the bottom of the tent. It's got quite a hardy rubber bottom, but that we're just wanting to protect for longevity. On the gazebo we have one solid side, and then we have one with a window, and on this side at the back there is a door which you can open. And yeah, they are brought separately to the gazebo. This is the solid side. As you can see, the skull cap fitting nicely on top of the gazebo, the solid wall. And then on that side we have the one with the door. And they are also interchangeable. You can move them to either side. And what we don't have, but you can also get for this gazebo, is a full cover for the front here, which we may get at some point, just depending on how it goes. We don't know how it's going to work with the rooftop tent when we get to camp with it, but at that point we will see what it is and make it up. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Tracy. So we were the first ones out the gate. So tick that box for one day. The gate was still locked when we tried to do it. Vivian had to come and open it for us. And we're now sitting at the intersection of the H14 and the S89. And we've seen impala, and we saw some waterbuck. And then Tracy, what else did we see?
A very strange one.
Yes. At first I called it a honey badger, but when we got a second and a third and a fourth look at it, it actually looked like what we've now identified as a
Striped polecat.
yes.
Not
only have we never
familiar
seen
with-
one before, we've never heard of this before, and we looked in our Kruger guide, and that's all we can actually make it out to be. Sadly, we didn't get any footage of it. We weren't even able to snap a picture of it. But yeah, so if any of you guys know about striped polecats, yeah, leave a comment for us about that. Anyway, now we're on our way to Khotso Loop, so we'll be back at this point in a little while, we think, because the plan is for us to do the Khotso Loop and then head off to Timbavati picnic spot for some breakfast. So let's hope we see more of these striped polecats along the way. Right, so we're sitting here on the banks of the Olifants. We've just been for a drive to Olifants rest camp to go and pick up 1 or 2 supplies, and now we're just having a chilled game drive back. And we're sitting on this side of the bank in the Limpopo province, and when we cross the low water bridge to Balule, we're actually going to be crossing over into Mpumalanga. So here's a fun fact for you: if you really want to be frugal on your trip, fill up at Satara, because that's in the Mpumalanga province. So the petrol is actually cheaper than if you fill up at Olifants. Now obviously it doesn't make sense for you to go all the way from Balule to Satara just to fill up, because then you're going to use more petrol. But just plan your trip that way, that when you're at Satara you fill up. It may only save you a few cents on your tank, but yeah. And otherwise, if you'd like that, you should follow us.
Please.
Balule is a rustic satellite camp, meaning it has no power and also no large amenities such as shops or restaurants. It has running water, and at night the facilities are illuminated by paraffin lamps. There are 18 campsites and 6 rondavels, which are separated by a fence. The facilities were recently upgraded, but the rest camp has not lost any of its original charm. Something to note on the official Sandparks map of Balule is that the orientation is upside down, and the Olifants River is actually on the north side of the camp. So at Balule, it's only campers, or there's shallows on the one side, and that's where Stefan was staying, and mostly campers. And the one thing I've actually realized with Balule is the camaraderie amongst the campers is just so different. The last time we met our neighbors, we chatted to them for a while. This time around we met Colleen and Peter, a very interesting couple who have got lots of interesting stories about their lives to tell you, and really genuine people. And we had a drink with them and Duke last night, and for the first time that we've been camping in the park, we've actually sat and had a drink with somebody, just like a sundowner. And I think this is the thing about these satellite camps, is it's just like-minded people who are all looking for the same thing, and we just have so much in common. You know, we don't really find that at the bigger camps. It's just been a good break, and just been nice to be able to interact with other people.
We woke on day 3 to a swollen Olifants River. From the day we arrived until the 3rd day, we had experienced some rain, but obviously the rains upstream were now reaching the area, and overnight the river breached the bridge. When we crossed, the crossing was not irresponsible, as we have experience in doing water crossings, and the water flow was manageable. We did so twice on that day, and Sandparks officials eventually closed the road. During the crossing of the river, we were always in control, and the hidden danger is the debris which gathered on the bridge and was trapped by the bollards. Just as we were exiting the bridge on our first crossing, some of this slowed our car down, but we were able to reverse and complete the crossing. This debris can cause damage to the undercarriage and mechanics of the vehicles, so be warned when you face similar conditions.
That we had come down because Balule is just south of the Elephant River, and because it's so flooded at the moment, we're not able to cross over it, so we're limited to where we are able to go. So Colleen and Peter were telling us about Bengu waterhole, so we thought we'd just take a drive down here. We came down here. It's not a very great waterhole. We saw two guinea fowl and a nice Englishman that came past us. They had a good interaction, and we were sitting here. I was just busy maintaining some stuff on the camera, and we're just sitting here with a cup of coffee. And the next thing, what did we hear, Tracy? You tell that story.
Roars. And yeah, you could hear it was close by, and then yeah, within seconds there he was. On the line, just walking on by.
Yeah, I don't know if he's looking for his mates or the rest of his herd, but he was definitely calling, because that's what heard us. But yeah, and then we just caught him going over the ridge.
Yeah, unfortunately, he didn't come to a waterhole. This one.
So we're taking that as a lion sighting, because to be honest, it's not just us. Everybody in camp, everybody we've met is just saying what a very quiet week it has been in the park. They haven't seen much. The most we've heard of is a leopard and a wild dog sighting on the same day on Khotso Loop. Right, this is our last stop on the Olifants Bridge. Just had a good swim at Olifants Pool. It was very warm today, Tracy. Have a look at all that red sunburn. I think we're both a little bit sunburnt, but it was very warm, 39 degrees, but the pool made it really nice. But as you can see in the background, the weather's building, and it seems like tomorrow we will be packing up in the rain. So not our favorite, but hey, it comes with the territory.
Just enjoying this last bit.
Hit those like, subscribe, and notification buttons. We'll make her very happy. As very often happens, the Kruger was not finished with us yet, and we had a few incredible sightings on the way home. Once we got home, we had to unpack all the equipment, set it up again and wash it, then dry it and pack it away ready for our next trip. Fortunately, the sun did make an appearance to assist us.